Okay, brother. Oh, hold on. All right. Good morning, everyone. This is Michael Venezia, head trader at TradeView Markets. Let's get going. Hold on. Let's get acclimated. It is a little bit later on Monday, but okay. Here we go. TradeView Markets. Sign in. Okay. All right. I sign in the same as everybody else. As I do the process, I want everybody to be aware that I've been here for some time now. The majority, I'm probably one of the first 5 or 6 people at this firm, been over a decade, well, probably approaching 12 years. And I definitely am at the liberty to say that we're making a strong social media presence more than ever. So please keep a lookout for me. I'm going to be doing little short video takes, outside of me just saying, maybe I like this, maybe if you're in the car and you don't have access and you just go to our Twitter feed, either with TradeGATEHub or TradeView Markets or Instagram, and you'll see that maybe at 2:30 that I put a little video out that I'm taking a position of Micron or taking some, taking something off or selling maybe MU or wherever it might be. So with that being said, please keep that. I'm making a bigger push than ever. I'm not shy. So what I'm going to say is about quality, not quantity. So if you hear from me, it's going to be important. Okay. As we're in TradeGATEHub, good morning. It's a Monday morning. As I said, late Monday afternoon, always to start the week tradition. We start with multiple TGH guests, Helene Meisler, about what she has to say and basically her charts, not what she has to say. If you're not following her Twitter feed, then you're not really in the ballpark of where coach is and really digesting of what is going on in the market, right or wrong. High level opinions usually lead to high level action, right or wrong. So, nothing attracts a crowd like a crowd. So when, smart people or really, really smart macro people start saying things, that's where the money goes to. It's really relevant, as we see right here. I'll show to my screen in a second. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Here are the charts from Aline. Gerard is away a little bit. We haven't heard from Paul, ironically. I don't know what's going on there, but we hope he's doing okay. Certainly need his presence, and hopefully he's doing the right thing. You know what I mean? Okay. Bank of America systematic model. TJ is taking over, by the way, is being an active participant. Thanks, TJ, man. I get it. It's all good. Okay. Sector sentiment. We could do this on your own time. But what I was always saying, there's almost a dichotomy within sectors as the mega caps lift off, and some of the laggards are picking up. I get it. But you always want to be in the best ones and see how they act. If you want to try the laggards, make sure you're up in the leaders first. All right, energy. You know what? Nothing's really this is what Helene said. You'll notice something about this week's charts. The only place you'll see the up move of the charts is basically tech related in the home builders. So everything else looks like it's milled around with an upward bias. I get it. There's the debt ceiling. Apparently, Biden speaking 5:30 Eastern today p.m. About the debt ceiling. So we'll see what goes on there. Stocks like our IONQ. Look at our IONQ. You know what the thing is? This is what the problem about how my career resonated with day trading is. I'm early. Well, it wasn't at the brain surgeon here, but maybe I thought that might have been the area where I took some off, and I did peel some off. I peeled 90% of it off this morning. I peeled it off, 989. It went up literally up another 10%. IONQ, hot stock. AI doing the same. Got to be in the room. Upstart, another hot stock. Still is continuing the squeeze and goes from 15. Basically, it almost doubled. We can give it a 70 and 80% move in a week. Not too bad. What's going on here right now? I'm going to short something right here, and I shouldn't be doing it. But you know what? I'm going to blame it on Percy. Anything that happens today from here on in, I blame P-Rod, because he gave me the idea to short he didn't give me the idea to short ZS. He just pointed out ZS. Okay, Helene's charts. TJ, thanks for participating. Short-term sentiment, still stock picking as of mid Monday afternoon or mid late morning. Sector sentiment did that. All right, Mike Wilson. All right, guy said enough is enough. Okay, this might even be why we're up today. He said that been trading in a narrow region. Basically, enough is enough. He's saying with the market going up. But you do all that research your own time, where I also post economic data pardon me, throughout the week. Always what's moving pre-market for the active trader and reasons why. Earnings list right here. Listen, I mean, this is, you don't even have to worry, but why should you worry about the market? You have what? What do we have this week? Nevada, Snow, Dick's Sporting Goods Store, ZM, BJ, GLLB, which by the way did pre-announce that pulled a reversal. I didn't even see that was coming out. By the way, I would have been down in it. I still would have been down in it. GLBE, what did that do? Let's look at it right now. Globe, that Israel, that Israeli telecommunications company, right? Global Online, Israeli. Did the double top, had earnings today. They took it probably down in the hole. They got everybody out at 32.16. You looked away, and then that was $36, $4 rip. How you doing? How's things today? Wow, what a rip. What's hurting me now? ZS. ZS overbought. I get it. You know what I mean? Rest to go into the 200 day. I'm early, 139 strike price. I'm in it. I'm short ZS. I'm not going to lie. I don't think it's going to pull one of these, downdraft moves like, in last April, but I guess I like my entry point. There are better trades. I'm not really down. It was my price, 128.65. Somebody's probably saying something on CNBC as we speak. Anyway, what's acting well? PayPal acting well. I took some off there. MU got the downgrade this morning. Naturally, I took it. China is banning its chips. Yeah, it's actually part of it. It's actually acting pretty well considering that China's banning the chips, but you have to look into it. Look into the news. That's why I didn't buy that much this morning when I saw it down $4 and I was in bed, literally in bed like this, saying, I wonder what the news is, Micron. I couldn't disseminate it quick enough to make a prudent move. I did buy some at 63 in the morning and I did sell some, but I don't have that much left. Something's moving. Something always does. Okay, GLLB, like I said, guidance, DraftKings upgrade, did the dip and rip just like Uber. Old charts, ARC playing out good. Roku and ZM. Roku does look good. Roku had some calls going off, but you know what? I don't trust it. I think it's a one-day wonder. It's Roku. You know what I mean? Who knows? Airbnb still continuing up as the same as AI. Hold on a second. Let me go to my main page here. Now, what do you do now? Okay, you have to wait till Biden speaks later. If you didn't do anything now, and if you're up in positions and they're going with the trend, maybe you want to think about pressing a little bit. Why not? CTLT that was active on Friday came out with the news. Major strong reversal. Stock has news price action 32 to 38. Wow, today. Oh no, I didn't see that. That's today. 36. It closed good too off bad news, that Catalan. They could have blasted it out of the water with that news, just like this. Blasted it, trickled down, went up. Blasted it, trickled down, went up. Chewy upgraded. Zim, as Lewis said this morning, Kohl's, EOG, Apple got a downgrade. Big deal. Microsoft continuing the mega freaking run up. Shopify, another one. Pulled out of that type flag. Everybody was on the internet over the weekend. So Shopify, once it goes above that, breaks out of the bull flag, a line study, trend line, boom. Once it went above this, even the 8-day, 61.42. Watch what it did do, 61.42. Pardon me. Well, you know what? People were late. 61.42 is right there. Went from there. Shopify went through the bill. So did Uber. Similar charts or similar concepts with that flagging action. Okay, what else do we have? Well, you know what? Unity Software. This is the, Uber, PayPal, Square. Net is down today. Roblox, a couple of DraftKings still going higher. Did the same thing basically as an Uber. Just waited, had a good chart, sat, had news. Boop, they took it right up again. The goose is loose. Canadian goose, those jackets everybody pays up for. I'm going to take that off my screen. I was interested in watching it, but I'm not really interested in trading it. I get it. I processed the trade on the goose. And then OX had news this morning. You had to be sharp because we did post it. All right. Once it at least broke the open at 1777 and went positive, that was a time to get it. Forget if you didn't want it in the hole at 1630 for any reason. That's the 12-minute chart. And then OX hot. Obviously, look at it as we go stretch it out. Okay. I don't know what's next on it. It's at kind of a level. Futures. There they are. As they take up the better ones. Tesla acting nicely. AMD. I am short a little schnitzel. I'm actually up in it, as you can see. And I do have some. Why am I short AMD? I'm actually setting a bad example. You know what I mean? Some things might get frothy. I don't think the stock's going to go back, back to the 200 day. I'm trying to make a trade. Why? Because the stock wasn't going up as when the futures were continuing to go up. I call it, look at NIU. I'm calling it price action, at least not positive price action for that moment. But that moment can change very quickly because when they're taking up these stocks, they go pretty quickly on you. AMD, Tesla making a nice move. Meta, 250. Another one kind of broke out of that flag. Once it broke out of there at 248, for those that are a little shy, new break high at 248. We'll hit all the stops this morning at 248, new break high. Did it dip and rip to these people right here that broke it? They say I don't like you in there. So all the nervous people that made a quarter, the old school days, sold it. Then you went from 248 to 253. Nice looking chart now. TTT again. Futures, what's going on? VeriSign. Oils, BHC from worst to first. BHC, Bao Shalom. CRISPR was adding to that on the dip. Nice play. Hopefully CRISPR can pull an Uber or a DraftKings or an IONQ or an Upstart, AI, Rambus. They didn't continue the Rambus. It needs rest. The other AI play for now, Rambus. D-Dog still going. SMCI, the literally the number one relative strength stock on the board, still hanging in there. That's almost your gauge. Run bouncing a little bit for Lewis. I hope the bottom is in, Lewis, for you and for everybody in Run. Ooh, SDGR. Look at this thing. Something's up in this SDGR. And I'm short a little bit too. I'm not going to lie. I got to cover some. SDGR. This was one of my core positions at 20. Now it has the volume coming in it. SDGR. Highest RSI. Where is it? 3804. Tripping. SDGR. Keep an eye. BH, but you know what? They're taking everything up in that sector. XBI acting great. Saba still. Watch the Saba. Thinly traded. High short interest. Could make one of those another breaking out of those flag moves. ZS. So the market looks okay. I mean, it's 11:20. So moves have been made, except if you're in Saba long. John Deere still breaking down. Let's go to CAT. No interest. DuPont, things like that were taking things parabolic before. Let's go to Minnesota Mining. I know it's a boomer play, but there's 3M still sitting below 100. Feel bad for that stock. GLD, nothing. I'm sure if you want to hear about GLD, you can go back to TradeGATEHub and go to our red YouTube button and hear what Coach had to say this morning about, I'm sure, many macro things. I'm going to actually watch it afterwards. 76 views. Bravo, Coach. Getting more and more views because you want to know what? It's better. It's great material and also getting guests better and better by the week. Proud to be a part of the team, Coach. All right, let's leave what wise guys are doing because that's most important this type of midday. Everybody should be following my Twitter feed, by the way. Pfizer Weekly's active. Pat punted it. Sold Pat at 1810. Pat, 1830. All right. What do we got there? Tesla bullish, DraftKings, I mentioned. It's my job to mention these things. PayPal going out to May. June, IQ, not bad. July, XLV puts. They're going out. August, CHPT, Bank of America, and an interested win. One of those nice looking bull bets into cyclicals. A deep in the money September sweep. Interest in win. Deep in the money. There's the daily on win. They're going out till September and they're going in the money, which, by the way, they're going to keep riding it. That tells me they're going to keep riding it up, adding to it as is on the way up. That's usually when in the money tells me. Anybody with an opinion is open to beg to differ. Morning update. Active morning under the hood is short-term momentum bulls, remain active. They're pressing up these megas into weekly or these ODTs, zero DTs. Many of the familiar names from recent weeks seeing the most aggressive buying. What is it? It's Meta. It's a Shopify. It's Uber. It's Microsoft. It's Google. Sentiment a non-factor. So you know what? Stick with what's working. The VIX is still low. I wouldn't be expecting any major turnarounds. MGNI is the MGNI goes with that INOQ. This is a one that I would be interested in. This MGNI, it's got the IONQ in it, and it has that move. It can make a move. I'm interested in this MGNI. IONQ. It'll. I was in it. See that? That'll even show you the biggest moves come at the end for those that work on the other side of the market. Huh. I had good trade in it too. Maybe I shouldn't have micromanaged it. If it wasn't beaten down, I would have left it. You know what I mean? I'll let it go. But you know what I mean? Stock went from 5 to 10. It doubled. What's today? May 5th, doubled in less than a month. Things are doubling. So you know what? Again, cares about the indexes, stock pick. Let me go back to TradeGATEHub. I believe if there are any questions. If not, I'll be posting more later on stocks that have good range, price action, and volume, and good sweeper activity. I'll be on with Coach tomorrow at 11. We'll see you in the room later throughout the day. It's a long week. As again, I posted all the economic data and the earnings data throughout this week. So remember what you're buying. Don't let your trades turn into positions, and trade well. Have a plan. Thanks for sharing. Cheers.